All right, so welcome back to our coverage here at the Winter Fancy Food Show. Of course, today we are exploring what's hot at the show, and I've got Phil Kafarakis, the Grand Master of the Specialty Food Association, and this bad show right here. I love this thing.
We're rolling. Thank you.
You guys have got it going on. I like
we
what
got
you
a great
got going.
team. They've been really working hard here with the introduction of the brand, the rollout, the master rollout. It's been a labor of love for 2.5 years. Our team is really excited. We've got some great folks that are managing everything, actually, when you think about the new membership benefits hub,
right.
Attracting new startup members with a new process there that's very seamless. We'd love to introduce new members to the community at large, even if they don't have a product. They can become a member company.
Okay.
And then they can submit their product, and it can be evaluated. We're working with Rutgers to help us with that program.
Right.
So it's a third party, very credible. Allows us to look at ingredients, allows us to categorize what specialty food is. Finally, we've moved it out of the office, which was oh my God, what an operation. But our SFA team has been phenomenal.
Very cool.
Also, our education team and our content team are really working hard. This is something new that we've over the past 2 years we've introduced a little bit of some, education off the show floor and. Up in level 2, the main stage is rocking. We have a Excite stage here.
Yep.
We've got some great content. I'm very proud of the work the content education team have done. And it's about topics that are relevant to this unique community.
Yeah.
From food waste and how science is leveraging the opportunity to minimize food waste, sustainability and what we're doing in our local communities with respect to hunger and hunger relief. We've got 30 under 30 here going on. At the Excite stage. So we've been hard at work. It's coming alive.
To say the least.
Yeah, so we're really excited. Day 2, great flow. On-site registration continues to surprise us because we draw from within 100 miles. So
interesting.
We've got a very interesting gear up this morning. We had a bigger morning the second day than yesterday. I think maybe it had a lot to do with the football game, but we're very excited about what's happening day 2.
Yeah, so, okay, Phil, you have kind of crafted a great show, part entertainment, part information, obviously the great expo itself from the booths and the participation there, and obviously the education. Let's kind of talk about some of the special features, like what's next in food.
Sure.
Where are you guys going with that?
Yeah, so when you think about the mission around champion, nurture, and connect, those 3 pillars drive our work. So when we talk about championing, we want to champion these young, new brands, and we need a place to put them because they're not ready to go onto the show floor.
Right.
So what we've done on what's next is moved our new brands on the shelf in there, and that's a place to kind of get started. Smaller area, but a lot of action there. It's the beginnings of your engagement with our association. Up on the mezzanine, we have the Incubator Village, which is drawing a lot of people.
Right.
And then what's new, what's hot. So we're trying to put those opportunities as a member to participate. We also, on what's next, is the opportunity to bring in sister associations, people who, they're very defined. Fine Chocolate, they're here with us. The Fine Chocolate folks are upstairs. They traditionally have a different program. It's about education and sessions. For years, they've done it in neighboring hotels, and we've been able to collaborate together because we see them as a subsegment of the community. It's not a threat to us to open up the community. I know some other associations feel like that kind of sacred ground. We don't need them. They're going to take our members, or they're going to go to their show. We don't feel that way.
Yeah, that's good. I like that open approach.
It's an open approach. Same thing with the Plant-Based Food Association. We give them education and policy sessions, and that's what their members are for and what they're into. We also have the plant-based pavilion that we've created up there with smaller companies that are into this very hot and emerging category. So as we see those opportunities, we'll continue to expand what we call those attractions. We're hearing that from buyers. That's what buyers want to do.
Right.
And through our survey, they're staying a little longer because they like to be on the show floor, but then they also like to get into these new areas, get some information, get some content, be able to connect with people and then have meetings with people.
Right.
And I think that's the focus of where we're headed
Very cool.
with that.
So obviously you guys had the leadership awards last night.
Yes.
That's a very interesting. Was that new?
The leadership awards have been going on for 9 years, and they've been a very quiet subsegment of our community.
Interesting.
Because again, champion, right? We're championing the phenomenal people in this community, and we have 3 awards. They're based around leadership, vision, and community service. Loretta Pizzetti last night from Volpe, 114-year-old company.
Yep.
Purely Elizabeth, another phenomenal company when you think about sustainability and you think about where they're taking us in a completely different venue with the products that they make. And then Natalie Schmolek, who's a great friend of ours from the Hatchery in Chicago.
Right.
So you can see the mix. 114-year-old company going into 4th generation. Lorenzo was incredible, passionate person about our industry. You see this young millennial in Purely Elizabeth taking off in a whole nother direction. When you think about Volpe and prosciutto and, meat, charcuterie, and you're thinking about Purely Elizabeth, and then an incubator.
Right.
Who's really bringing it together in Chicago, and they're part of our incubator village, and they have a footprint here. So the community needs to be recognized for people like that are future leaders, and it's about the people. So that's part of the champion. And then the product that comes of that turns into the product innovation that we want everybody to celebrate by coming to the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had a few guests on both the media stage and out in the aisles, and they're talking a lot about the segments. And when I saw, like, for instance, the guide alone, you have the food service supplier segment subsetted underneath there, which I was impressed in just the sheer numbers that were in there. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, again, part of the strategy is we've transformed the association. It was all about the fancy food show, and everybody knew that there was some specialty retailers here.
Right.
And it was about the specialty smaller brands. Well, we've turned the world upside down when you think about the brands. As much as they're specialty, they're growing rapidly.
Right.
But it's not just about retail anymore. We still have our core specialty retailers here that are loyalists and legacy members, but we've become agnostic to the channels.
Right.
Food service clearly is the next frontier for some of our community. Some of our community's been in it, and that's how they started, and then they got to retail. But the last 3 years, as we've opened it up and said, look, we're agnostic to the channel. If you buy food, whether it's food away from home, whether it's eBay, who's running around here with a couple of dozen people, whether it's Nordstrom's, Macy's, the specialty segment, whether you're from Costco or Walmart, we love you, come here. You're gonna find it here.
Yeah.
And the food service community's really opened up. Last winter, Fancy Food Show, one of our largest buying segments was within food service, non-commercial.
Interesting.
Hospitals, healthcare, and college and universities.
Yeah.
So we've taken upon that to add education sessions that have something to do with it. So
we just had Rafi Taharian on.
Yes.
Which is the Yale
Great
hospitality guru. And I was impressed with what he was kind of talking about in terms of just this movement that's happening at the university level in terms of high-end specialty products, a shift in focus on sustainability, plant-based, all the new elements that are really kind of flying.
So think about this, the wellness side of what goes on, and this young new consumer who's out there in college is experiencing that in some of the most innovative, they're not cafeterias when I was going through college. They're incredible eateries and incredible places to dine.
Yeah.
So we're bringing guys like Rafi in and Ken Toon from UMass and some of those other folks who are here as buyers. They have a direct buying opportunity for some of our smaller vendors because they don't go through the distribution channel. And they're giving us information on how to do business with them.
Sure.
Today we're going to introduce the Mediterranean Diet Roundtable, which is a community of food scientists and people from around the world who are plugged in to the national network of colleges and universities to speak about some of these new categories that are emerging.
Interesting.
As they take them on in that segment. I mean, these guys are real pioneers when you think about the buying power they have.
Right.
So that's what's exciting about making the Fancy Food Show a wider community of people who are driven by an association that cares about membership,
Right.
that gives them the tools to grow their business.
Well, I think what you've got in terms of that education mix, the buyer mix, and now with the products starting to do cross-channel,
Yes.
that's a great mix for the industry as a whole. And it's definitely starting to make, especially when the food service guys that we've talked to here alone,
Having fun.
they're really excited
Yeah.
about just the new innovations that they're seeing. So that's huge for the Specialty Food Association.
We're learning,
for sure.
and you'll be talking to some of our folks from the content team and the trends team. Trends start anywhere.
Yep.
They start in any corner of the geography, but in some of these segments that you never would think
Exactly. Yeah.
multi-billion-dollar
That's how it
operations
all
can
gets
be
started.
found on. So that's what we're here for. It's exciting. Thank you for covering it.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
noticing. We really appreciate you noticing. And
Easy
we
to
think we're going to have
notice.
another great day.
Yeah.
And tomorrow as well.
Good luck here at the show.
Thank you, Paul.
And
Thanks for
try
your
not to wear
relationship.
yourself out.
Thank you. No, I need my steps. I'm challenging people. I'm at 22,000 a day. So
there you go.
Let's go.
Man,
Bring it.
That's a track record right there. All right, so make sure and of course stay tuned right here for more great coverage from the Winter Fancy Food Show. We'll be right back.